What's up, y'all? Down South 77 here again, and this is 3-Star Draw. This is a G.I. Joe channel where we talk about G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe related things, primarily G.I. Joe Classified. I do have something I hope showing up later today that is not classified related, but it is definitely G.I. Joe related. I'm waiting on the post office, and I hope there's something in there that I'm very excited to do a video on, but we'll see how that goes. So today we're going to be talking about number 108, uh, Cobra Shadow Tracker. This is a figure I had absolutely no interest in when I first heard about it. I have not been interested much in the new wave of Walmart pre-orders with Tunnel Rat. I did not order Night Force Tunnel Rat. I'll pick him up eventually, sometime between now and when the Dragonfly gets here. But I've got Tunnel Rat. Tunnel Rat is a very underwhelming figure unless you're just taking pictures of it. So I'm not in a big hurry for Night Force Tunnel Rat. Wolf Spider, I did a video on. Hopefully you watched. The only thing I like about Wolf Spider is the yellow and the helmet. Not to mention that the helmet, I can't even snap the night vision goggles on because the little square piece that plugs in his helmet that the goggles clip onto was not in the package. As a side note, I did call Hasbro over that, and Hasbro is making it right as best they can. They have no more Wolf Spider figures to send me, or they do not have any replacements of that little peg to send me. That's all I wanted. I wanted that little 3-cent part. That's it. Maybe a bag of accessories. They're going to send me a whole figure. We know how that goes. It's a comparable figure, so who knows what I'm going to get. But whatever I get, it is way more than I was asking for when I called them. I just wanted that little part, and they're sending me a whole figure. So look for me being willing to trade a figure soon for the piece that plugs into Wolf Spider's helmet. So back to Shadow Tracker here. When they announced this figure as a name only, I didn't know what it was, and then I started seeing stuff in the community that he was a Pursuit of Cobra figure, which I did not collect. I was only vaguely aware of Pursuit of Cobra. I was not collecting figures at that time, much of anything, maybe something here or there, but I wasn't in the Pursuit of Cobra, and I forgot it even existed as a toy line. I ain't gonna lie. I did walk through toy aisles at Walmart and whatever when I wasn't collecting, and if I ever saw Pursuit of Cobra stuff anywhere, I most likely thought, well, that's not my G.I. Joe. I hope the kids like it. It wasn't kids buying them either. It was us growing up, but I wasn't in on it. So Shadow Tracker, and then when I saw, I don't remember what we got first. I don't know if we got the render first or if we got the actual figure reveal first. I don't remember what came first with this guy, the chicken or the egg. But I was not impressed. I didn't. He just didn't really do anything for me at all. And then for a minute, I thought he was a dreadnought. I'm like, well, I gotta get him. He's a dreadnought. And then I come to find out he's not a dreadnought. So there's what his box looks like. Standard old thing. Hopefully, this will be one of the last windowless boxes that we have to open. Unbox Mud and Junkyard and thank whoever that they are back to the window boxes. And on them, I was kind of upset they didn't put the cool artwork in behind, or the photos behind the window. But the more I got to thinking about it, it would be entirely too busy. We still get the cool art on the package, but it's not prominent. We don't get the coffin with the big picture of it, but it is on the box. So I can't complain about that. It would be too busy. Anyway, that's enough rambling on about that stuff. So I'm going to get resituated here, and we're going to do what I've been doing with these windowless boxes is I'm going to show pulling him right out of the coffin to make sure that everything is where it should be on the figure. So let me move some things around, and we will take a look at Cobra Shadow Tracker. Well, that didn't quite go as planned. I was trying to do that from a different angle, and did the opening and realized that my hand was in the way the whole time. So sorry about that. Needless to say, I took him out and everything's where it's supposed to be. I haven't opened his accessories yet. So while we look at this awesome face, I'm going to read just a little bit about Shadow Tracker because I don't know any of this dude's backstory. So I'm reading this from Joe's Reborn.com. This is his Pursuit of Cobra file card. Shadow Tracker works for Cobra as a wilderness hunter and a guide. Scorning conventional firearms, he uses traditional weapons from around the world, tracks his prey using primal instinct. He hears the dark whispers of the jungle, senses distant footfalls in the earth, and tastes his victim's fear in the wind. I would think that would get old after a while, but who knows? Maybe he likes it. On the Pursuit of Cobra file card, it says when Skydive lands in the jungle, Shadow Tracker instantly knows and starts the hunt. I don't know who TF Skydive is. I guess he's one of the Skyforce master dudes. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember him. But anyway, so on the Walmart site, because as you know, that's the only information we get about these guys, it is the exact same, except Skydive is changed to when his quarry sets foot in the jungle. So, in case anybody was wondering about that, it is the exact same thing. So, all right, back to Mr. Shadow Tracker here. There's his coffin art. Looks fantastic as always. Once I see the figure, that's cool where he's pointing there. Once I see the figure here, um, I don't know. He's got one of his other masks on. I don't know what I would highlight. What I would have liked to seen highlighted. The eyes are white. So I don't know. The gloves, maybe the bone necklace. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that one is fine in black and white. Now that I mention it. So all right. So let's look at this mug right here. He's got a lot of detail on him. I am already impressed with this figure. I wish I was as impressed with Wolf Spider. I actually like the Wolf Spider figure. I mean, not much to him. He's just a straight up mishmash, but the yellow on Wolf Spider puts it apart. And hey, this dude's got yellow too. He's got rope. Hey, you and your stupid rope. I still need Boondock Saints figures that are classified scales. So this is neat. He's got bone. These look like they're actual bones that have been shaped into daggers. This is a skull of some sort. I think that is Mufasa's skull from Lion King, if I'm not mistaken. So it's got this on the back. This has got a really neat. It's not a soft goods, but it's soft plastic. It's still probably going to hinder movement here. Nice sculpting on the rope belt here. He's got a little bone charm hanging here off of it. This is pretty wicked. I left this where you guys were staring at it for a few minutes while I read, and I'm just now getting to look at it good. This is we don't I guess get his actual face. This is a skull mask that is his actual face. You can see his ear back there. So this is like Cobra Commander's mask or whatever. This is Shadow Tracker's mask. Um, Damn, this dude does look good, man. I tell you, the boots. I knew a dude that rode Harleys that had these boots. I think he's got the shin guards. So let's check him out. And don't go up too high. Is the vest hitting it back here? Uh, Fortunately, he don't have them funky hawk arms. That's all good. That's about, yeah, there we go. One up, one more. This side, well, that is actually pretty bendy right there. So this side, see if it'll go up. I don't want to force it too much. That side, yeah, not bad. It did pretty good there. This thing might get in the way a little bit. So he does have the double elbows. They are moving right out of the gate. those move right out of the gate. So I don't know what other parts this dude uses. I'm sure he shares parts with somebody. At this point, most everybody is sharing parts with somebody. Where is his? There's his thigh cut. What's different here? What turned here? Okay, that was really weird for a second. Trying to get all that lined up. Okay. So, first impression of the figure, I gotta say, man, this little separate dreadlock over here, these, this dude looks like King Ezekiel from Walking Dead, like decided he didn't want to be a good guy anymore and went rogue. So he's actually a very good looking figure right out of the box. I'm I am impressed with that dude. So I've had him since last Friday. I just with Christmas and all, I hadn't had a chance to unbox him, but I'm looking at the figures for 2023 cuz I'm going to be doing a best of video and I needed to get him open. Let's get that out of the way. Maybe when you use an 18-inch light ring, it's hard not to have glare on everything. Um, so I needed to get him open and look at him because I didn't think I was gonna like him, but to be fair, I need to at least be able to have him in my hand. So let me mute this here while we opening the rolling papers here for hopefully one of the last times. Hang on. All right. Hate to have to mute, but I hate the sound those things make, and I'll be so glad when we're done with them. So he has a quiver. These arrows do not remove. I've seen people talk about the curvature here on his backpack, and it's actually made to fit around his dreads. And it does. It actually pegs in pretty far, and it actually looks good on him. So it actually goes in. We do have an arrow that is straight. This arrow, if this had to come out in September, this arrow probably would have looked like a piece of spaghetti. So I'm guessing that goes in here. He's got an empty spot in the quiver. Yeah, that's where it goes, but I'm gonna leave it out for just a second. He does come with the cool tomahawk here. Also, again, it's straight. How was this guy released so far back and these weapons are made out of the right kind of plastic? It's got some sculpting in it. It is solid black. There's no paint apps on it. It still looks cool. I mean, it would have been neat if this was bone, but it's still a cool inclusion. Bow is a little bit bent, but it is at the looks like the weakest point of it. I don't think that'll be any trouble to heat back up, and it's not bent bad compared to some of what we've seen. Versus some of the other weapons, this is not bad at all. You can probably dip this in water and lay it flat, set something heavy on it in the fridge, and it will probably be fine. I'm probably never going to pose him with the bow anyway. Bow will go on here some way or another, I'm sure. We'll look at that later. I'm more interested in looking at the stuff. So he has this knife. This is, I believe, a new knife. This is a nice looking knife. Has silver paint apps on it. See what if this is a metal tomahawk, just put this on here. Yeah, how much more would that have cost? But again, this he could have made this out of rebar like Rambo in the movie where he saved the missionary people. This is a cool knife. Very nice looking knife. It's definitely the kind of knife a character like he would have. I don't know what that is. Maybe that does that go on the Yeah, it goes on the bow. It plugs in, I'm assuming, that way. Okay, and it has a, it looks like it has a port for a blast effect. Have they made an arrow blast effect? Aha. The plot thickens. I'm assuming that's made to be just like that. That does fit in there. Interesting. Don't fit in there great, but it does fit. I'm assuming that's how it goes. So let's take a look at his masks. This is the other skull mask he comes with. This is, I guess this is Scar. After the jackals got done with him, they left this. So I know that's supposedly a jaguar mask is what I have seen about him. It does fit in there. Um, he doesn't have a lot of head movement. The dreadlocks are flexible. He doesn't have a wide range of movement, but it's wide enough. You're still going to be able to get him into poses. And that actually does stay on pretty well. I was kind of surprised about that. That, man, I mean, this figure conveys what they want it to convey. Like, this dude is terrifying. If this dude and some range vipers roll up on your ass, I don't know. I don't even know what I would do. I mean, what could you do? Look at this dude. He looks like the Predator and like the Grim Reaper had a kid. So let's check out this mask. This seemed to be the mask everybody really liked. This is the worst looking mask out of all of them. His regular face looks 10 times better than this. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's, I'm assuming it's so he will look like some sort of a ghost if he's in a remote area with a tribe or something like that. And, you know, like maybe he's a specter of their culture that's meant to terrify him. That's what it seems like to me. It's not as bad on him, but this mask to me is still not all it's cracked up to be. This thing here, though, I mean, look at the paint apps on it. It's got some wash on it on the top and on the sides. The teeth are a much brighter white. I really like this one the best. This one isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but you know what? I haven't heard anything. I hadn't heard anybody try it or mention it. I will try it and I'll do a short on it. Does any of this glow in the dark? Because it definitely looks like it should. I think I've seen this doesn't, but all of this stuff on his boots, this looks like this is glow in the dark stuff. And if it is, my impression of this figure just went up tenfold. I don't think it is, but I'm going to find out. And there will be an accompanying video if there is. So I don't know. I'm guessing the bow does store back here. It can't plug in with that piece. I don't know. I'll have to look up and see exactly where the bow goes. Somebody can tell me where the bow goes. Tomahawk goes in there. This goes. That's not going to be right there. It doesn't look like he has a place to store everything. He's got these two spots in the backpack. Maybe, I guess the knife probably goes in here. That does hold the knife in the bottom, and that actually looks good in the backpack. I always like to catch the light with these weapons that have the silver edge on it. There's nothing better trying to do pictures than if you can get some natural light to catch that and angle. And some of these guys that have masks that will reflect light. I got one really awesome picture of scrap iron I took that's that way. That's like my favorite picture I took of him. Hands are pretty flexible. The hands are still seem to be made out of the other plastic. The rest of this dude feels solid. Typical issue getting the thumb to wrap around. But that's pretty much on all of them. His thumb's like weird. I don't like when I have to do their hands that way, and I see that white when I bend them. So there it is. That's good enough. That's close enough. And horseshoes and hand grenades. So we got the arrow that is going to go in the quiver. I guess it will definitely go in there, and it doesn't go through. So I guess he pretty much can store everything. He doesn't have a spot for the other masks. So there's Shadow Tracker, y'all. I've got to say, this is an impressive figure. I am I am startled how much I like this guy. I'm gonna have to play around with him some more. Like I said, I'm in the middle of getting my list ready to do my top. I'm gonna do a top 10 figures of 2023, and I'm gonna have to reevaluate my list. I am not even kidding. I can't say enough about this figure. If the Pursuit of Cobra one was this nice, I can see why people that knew the character were excited for a classified release, because he does look freaking fantastic, and he will make for some awesome photography. I've seen some already. Be a minute before I can get anything done with him, I think. But y'all, out of all of the new wave of Walmart exclusives, out of everybody that we have seen from these guys, we already know what we're getting with Tunnel Rat. We're getting Tunnel Rat in dark colors. Wolf Spider, if you're putting together Night Force, pick him up. If you're not putting together Night Force and you're not a completionist, Wolf Spider is an easy pass. This dude, however, if you've got a Swamp Dio or you got Copperhead and Crocmaster in something, I assume this dude likes to work alone, but I can see him tracking people down for them. You got to get this guy. This is a great figure. So Shadow Tracker, y'all, is going to get 4.5 yeehaws. Believe it or not, that's what I gave Mutt and Junkyard. I gave Mutt and Junkyard my most anticipated figure announced so far. They got a 4.5, and Shadow Tracker matches them. So I appreciate it, guys, for checking out the video. If you like what I'm doing, you'd like to see more, I appreciate you hit that thumbs up while I hit the like ring again. Subscribe, tell your friends. We will be doing another one, and I'm off this week. We're going to be doing a few of them. I'll see you guys next time on 3 Star Draw. Thanks for stopping by.